The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Reynardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong. But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Emperor had brought the Sky Ripper pieces up out of ancient burial by his obscene rituals. Could this be where the Iblis Stone was hidden? Someone better get it before he does, thought Reynardo. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Reynardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Reynardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
Alright, hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome back to Stories Path of Destinies. So, we're gonna go with the Iblis Stone, just because we've done the other two, and that seems like the most interesting thing. But before we continue, I figured out exactly what the embargo is. The embargo is I can only do 3 stories. So this is going to be the final episode I do before the embargo lifts. The full embargo, because anything further after this chapter will be like spoilers for the end of the game, and apparently they don't want that. So, we're going to do this last run, and then we'll have to wait until the release date, which is, I think, the 12th or the 13th. It's only a couple of days, so you don't have to worry about it too much, but, you know, short pause in content. Anyway, let's find the temple. The rebellion was out of time, and Reynardo needed a game changer. A mysterious temple has risen out of the desert. The Emperor has sent his ravens to search for the Iblis Stone. The ancient artifact may contain the power to bring down the Empire.
The island was windswept desert. No one went there except ostriches and ostrich hunters. The Iblis Stone. It sounded ominous. It sounded powerful. If the Emperor was searching for it, it must be dangerous. And so, Reynardo went ostrich hunting. Every child could sing verses about the Sky Ripper, but ancient codices held hints of other things. A stone that ate souls, a ruby that drank blood, a jewel only a righteous man could give away. Were all these things the Iblis Stone? Long hidden in a buried temple? Another ancient item that was only resurfacing now? Drawn up from the deeps by the Emperor's horrific rituals?
I'm liking this, biome and stuff. It's cool. I like this game. It's really good. I don't know how much it costs, though. I'm gonna assume it's 15, 20 bucks. You know, I'd say it's probably worth it.
It is pretty heavy to carry. You know what's not? A new sword.
Alright, so swords, what can we do? We can't get this one yet. We don't have enough wind essence and not enough ore, so I'm going to ignore that for the time being. Let's see. Set enemy on fire. Oh, I see. Whereas I can also make it so it ignites everybody. Well, let's get that one. Masamune is for melancholic bad guys. That's adorable. I get achievements, and the achievements for this game are all really, really funny. I like them a lot. Okay, so let's keep going. Yeah, this game is really good.
Reynardo distrusted doors that opened automatically, especially after being buried for millennia. Was this some sort of trap?
It reminds me a lot of Bastion and, Hyper Light Drifter and all those games, which is really nice. For whatever reason, this genre specifically, it exists, but not nearly as much as it should, in my opinion. I kind of wish these guys would hit themselves. God, the flash. Oh, come on. Was I out of juice? No, I wasn't out of juice. The flashes are really bright in this game. That's one thing I do not appreciate. Boop. Bye.
Everybody knew you shouldn't trust the Raven further than you could throw one. But did vertical drop count?
Boop. Nope. Okay, we've got a explodey dude. I'm gonna just let that happen. Please take out his companion. Thank you. Alright, style great.
Already here. cawing in frustration. They were still searching for a way in. Good. And he hadn't come too late.
Okay. I did get experience back? I have no idea. Alright, whatever. Either way, we leveled up. At least once. Let's see. Earned 11. Next skill point. Okay. So we've revealed 3 truths, but not all of them. So damage on hooked enemies. Dash through shield. Oh, I'm going to need to max this one out before I can dash through shields. Time mastery. Freeze time for everyone but Reynardo when countering an attack at the last second. Lasts a few seconds. Kick and throw distance increased. Maximum sword energy or maximum stamina.
Well, he always wanted to do that.
So now I got 4 dodges. Whoop! 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 Ah. That did not work out as well as I wanted it to, but that's okay. Oh. Well, that's fine. We've got plenty of things working in our favor now. Tits. Yeah, I run out of stamina. Which sucks a bit, but not too much. Oh, there's still... Oh, man, I cut it in half. That's neat. Okay. Now, is there still an enchanter nearby? It doesn't look like it. Okay. Boop. There we go. Didn't kill him. That's fine.
So, it's not going spectacularly well, thought Reynardo.
It's going okay. The one thing I don't like about this game is the camera doesn't work out, and those bright flashes are literally blinding in the middle of combat. I really do hope they tone that down a little bit, because it is hard to look at. Suffice to say, let's stick with the fire sword, probably. Because they made a sparkly game. It is inconvenient how sparkly it is. At least we can get into 3 out of 4 secrets.
What's there?
Which is appreciated. Because that means even more loot. Yeah, the difficulty on this game definitely scales up as we go along. I also like these little lore scrolls. Find the stone. You have been chosen in this critical mission for your ability to follow orders to the letter without question. Do not believe the naysayers. Your score in the intelligence test is only proof that you are better geared than anyone else to follow orders. Take pride in knowing that I, your emperor, have handpicked you for this mission. Follow the instructions to the letter. Always travel in pairs. Do not look at the engravings in the wall. Do not lose the hermetic box. When you find the stone, immediately place it in the box and seal the box. If you hear a voice in your head, ignore it. Remember, the temple is haunted. Obviously, this is an old temple dedicated to an old evil god. There were blood sacrifices. Of course, it would be haunted. Ignore the voice in your head. Remember, ghosts cannot hurt you, but they will try to confuse you. When you hear a voice, take the drowsy pill. If you meet another soldier with a stone, and it is not in the hermetic box, immediately spray them with drowsy gas. Find the stone, put it in the box, seal the box, and most important of all, find the stone. That's neat. It's interesting that...
A road less traveled. This could be fun. If it wasn't fatal, that is.
It's interesting that the Emperor was supposed to be like this good guy. And like you can definitely tell in the note where he was asking about Reynardo to the daughter. You know, it kind of begs the question of where did he go wrong? Okay. I wasn't sure if that was going to explode on me immediately. I'm so glad that I...
No one could beat Reynardo at hot potato.
Okay. Okay. There we go. I was wondering if I could, if I had to worry about, his shield. It wasn't coming off the first time I hit him, so I was like, what? How? What? Whatever. Yeah, unfortunately, the dialogue on this game screws up my process really hard. Okay. I think I can. I think I can actually, oh, what is it? Not home in attacks. I think I can, like, do, like, a heavier strike there. It's hard to tell with the slowdown and stop abilities that I've picked up. But, I mean, it doesn't matter that much. It's just one of those questions of, like, do I have, like, how does the combat mechanics exactly work? Because with a lot of them...
More pylons he could use the hook on. They really needed to construct additional pylons.
That's adorable. Okay, gems. The next one is critical chance. Oh, we get attack speed. Oh, wait, no, we don't get attack speed. Your attacks have a 10% chance to deal double damage. Cool. Okay, and swords at maximum level. Right? Yep, can't upgrade anything. Well, that's fine. I guess I'm actually pretty okay with the fact that you can't upgrade the swords any more than you do. That would require them to rebalance the game to scale even more than they do. And I think that would be unfortunate. Because I like the fact that technically, without any upgrades, you could potentially beat this game. If you really wanted to. Would you want to? Hell no. It would probably be like an absolute mess and not very fun. Oh, that's probably the normal way in, because that's the secret path that I took. I getcha.
Thought Reynardo.
Oh, crap. Okay, let's make people burn. Oh. Well, that was rough. Everything exploded. Let's do this, actually. Rather do that than in combat. Okay, so I have died. Restart from checkpoint. Does this make me redo the combat, though? Good. It doesn't. Okay. Not much of a leeway on that one. Not that there needs to be. I'm so glad that I recover health when I checkpoint.
Could not get past this point. Obviously, the temple builders knew how to deal with tomb raiders.
The references are so blatant, but they're well done. Like they're cleverly placed so that, like, sometimes it's really obvious, like, that need to build more pylons, but at the same time, like, they know how to deal with tomb raiders. Yeah, you know what? That's clever enough for me to be okay with it. I love this too.
Windy up here.
The whole like, you can see the area you're going to next. A lot of games don't do that enough, and I kind of wish they would. What's that do? Ah, nice old shield. This place looks like a downright mess. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to risk that too much. We've still got that fire vent, but I don't think it's going to hit me. The sound effects for this area are rather loud. But then again, I've got the audio turned up in a bad way. Oh, hey, we got it.
It was a stone of the purest blackness. It reflected no light, like a void made solid. Nervous, he picked it up. Who said that? It was the stone. Eager. Thirsty. That seemed tempting and terribly wrong. Zenobia was the Emperor's greatest general and a potent witch. But they had been close once, and Reynardo wasn't sure he really wanted to be Emperor. Why not capture the core of Skyripper instead? It was the eye of a lost god torn out by the transcendent Emperor to power his greatest weapon. "It's the core," said the stone anxiously.
It doesn't like the cord. Or core. I kind of want to go with this one, but Blood and Death for Iblis. Sure, why not? Let's go down this path. The Iblis Stone. It promised great power in exchange for the blood of Zenobia, who was once close to Reynardo, but she was also the Emperor's only daughter and greatest general. If it meant gaining enough power to turn the tide of the war, and even defeat the Emperor, it might be worth a sacrifice. I'm gonna be a dick today.
Why was he listening to a talking rock? Ah, but the rock had a point. If the stone could truly turn him into a powerful warrior, he could defeat the Emperor with the very weapon the wicked old toad had sought for himself.
To be a hero, you had to sacrifice old friends sometimes, especially when they've become enemies.
Is it just me, or does Reynardo's eye patch change? Yes, it does. His eye patch actually changes in the same way, depending on like what perspective you're looking at him in the book. Because I think it's almost, yeah, it's his left eye there, but in that last illustration, it was his right eye. That's lazy. Oh, this area is gorgeous.
As he placed the impossibly black crystal in his gauntlet, Reynardo had a sudden vision. Charred fields covered in dead ravens below a black sun.
Was it the time of the lost gods before the transcendent emperor? Was it the future? Feed these souls, it whispered. Take the power. He could feel the stone's hunger for souls, its thirst for blood. All right, I get it. This was going to be interesting.
You know, it surprises me that I can't use the bumpers to, switch weapons here. No idea if this is the right way or not. Feels like it leads to something secrety of a sort. Let's try it.
The city was burning, and there was no one to put out the fires. If somehow Zenobia survived her father and inherited his crown, what sort of empire would she be heir to? But he couldn't think about that, could he?
Okay, this is the wrong way. I guess really I should just go through any door. Whenever I have the chance to go through a door, I should go through said door. Can I grab him from behind? Well, guess not. Boop. That is so satisfying.
The ravens on Zenobia's island were no match for Reynardo. They screamed as the stones sucked out their souls. And with each death, he felt stronger. Take the power, the stone told him.
Okay. I think we're just gonna go down pure douche nozzle route, though we still need to find a truth about Zenobia.
He'd found a Superman issue #1 in mint condition in a jar he'd broken. He planned to keep breaking things until he had the whole series.
Okay, nothing around there. No, there's a teleporting room. Ah, door I can open. I'm sure nothing would actually, like, really... I'm sure it really doesn't matter that I open these things up, but it still makes me happy to do so. So I can keep doing that without fear of really getting burnt here. Alright, I'm down with that. And there is, like, nothing else here. Ooh, maybe there is.
Really give you an edge. The wrong? Well, it still looked pretty, didn't it?
So we get ourselves a Jewel of Attack Speed. I assume it doesn't actually do nearly as much as I'd like it to, but we're going to try it anyway. It's probably better than the rare... It's better than the Treasure Hunter. 10% attack speed bonus. Yeah, especially if I could get that up to like a 30%. Ooh, boy. That would be fun. Yeah, we still need to get some more experience here so we can get our hands on... Oh, shoot. Oh, actually, we might have enough wind essence to get the Void Sword.
He couldn't do worse with Zenobia than he'd done with the core, could he?
Oh, we're back here. Oh, so it's like the beginning of the level, sort of. Doesn't look like I can get through there, so I guess we go into the sewers this time. So, like, we were through that section for a bit. We took that lift down. But this part is new. I like that. I like that so much. It would be really neat if there's almost like a free mode at some point, where you could just have access to the whole place. There we go.
Say goodnight, Gracie, said Reynardo, wondering who Gracie was.
So we got this big dumb area to go through. Oh. And a bunch of eye gorgers, or whatever they're called. Gorgonzolas? Nah, that's not it. Whatever. Yeah, a lot of these guys running around. Unfortunately, I don't know where the other one is. Well, there's our answer. Okay. Well, let's go around. I kind of wish while I was out of combat, I wouldn't, let's see. So we've got this here. Some kind of trigger. So we have to figure out a way in. I mean, we don't have to, but opening those big red chests usually grants me something cool. I'm assuming it's this. Yeah, this seems about right. There we go. Cool. Secrets.
Boy, someone has spent a lot of money for a graduation present.
So we get a critical chance gem. I like the gem system in this game. I like the upgrade system in this game. I wish it was almost deeper, just because. But, hello, we've already found Zenobia.
Zenobia was waiting for Reynardo. She was alone, confident as always. Fire danced at the tips of her claws.
Are you here to surrender? She seemed as cocksure as he felt. But she didn't know he had the stone. And I've missed you too, love.
He chuckled. She spotted the stone and bolted without another word.
It'd almost be neat in this game if you could unlock...
If I craft a sword now, it's going to be really short.
Yeah, so I'm just short on ore, which is actually pretty good. Because that means next run-through we'll actually have something real good. Alright, so I think I'm just going to keep going with stamina, probably. Extra health wouldn't be a terrible idea. Grab damage could be interesting. Getting stronger could be cool. Time mastery could be interesting. Actually, yeah, no, I'm not going to be getting up there with true sword foo. Yeah, let's keep going with more stamina. The more mobility I have in combat, the better I'm going to have it. Ah, tits. Still got hit. There we go. Ah, tits. There really needs to be a multi... and I can't dodge through attacks. There really needs to be like a multi-counter along the way. We're still doing great, and apparently I recovered health somehow, but still. Could have gone better. I'll work on it some more. I wonder if this specific run makes me stronger than usual. I don't know.
Finally, Reynardo caught up to her. He had never seen her scared before. At school, she'd been the determined, brave one. Now her eyes were wide, frightened. He didn't like seeing her this way.
Kill her, whispered the stone. You cannot win your rebellion without it.
Please.
No, said Zenobia. Not that way.
Oh, they had been so close once. Could he really feed her soul to his demonic gem? But if he spared her, he would not get the full power of the stone. Oh, how could he be the hero he wanted to be?
You know, I think I'm gonna go this path. Just out of sheer curiosity. It seems like this one... Well, I guess I want the truth of Zenobia. Or we could do that as the last positive thing and go down, like, super dick route. And... I said I was doing super dick route, we're doing super dick route. We need to do it anyway.
With a flick of his wrist, he slashed Zenobia's throat. Her eyes widened even more. And then the light went out of them. Reynardo felt amazing. Power was rushing into him like water from a burst dam. Oh, such brilliance, exulted the Iblis stone. Tasty. Reynardo returns to the Farfarer and set a course for the Nexus. The Empire had a communication outpost there. He could call the Emperor directly. It was time to seize the outpost and let the Emperor know what he had done. The Nexus was beautiful. He'd never realized how beautiful. everything glowed. The wind was so sweet, the sun so soft, the stones so warm, the black raven feathers. Black feathers. Suddenly, his eyes are filled with them. He's falling through smoke under a dead sun. A voice calls him home. Is this a vision? Whose? Is this the time of the lost gods? Or the future? No matter. What mattered now was killing his way to the Imperial outpost and challenging the Emperor from there.
Alright, let's keep going. Let's see. Yeah, we are super dick mode, and we are glowing purple as the result.
One fox, no waiting.
I'm now pressing buttons as though I'm playing a hyper light drifter. It's messing with my head. But it's also working out really well. Oh man, I'm gaining health back from fighting these guys. So yeah, if you wanna have a really easy run, go Iblis Stone. Cause yeah, I recover health per kill. That's awesome. I probably do more damage than usual too. So this might be the path we go if we do want to grind for levels. Which actually is kind of tempting. Just so I can have everything.
Sometimes Reynardo really hated inanimate objects.
Let's see. No enemy ambush? I was wondering. Okay. So I want to take you out above all else. Okay. There we go. Keep grabbing him. Keep chucking. I'm just getting out of the way. Counters open me up for bad things. There we go.
Around the room yelling, oh yeah, that's how we do it. It was something he liked to do, but only after he'd killed all the witnesses.
I really do like the writing in this game. It is good stuff. It's like, it's not as quality as Bastion, but it's fun. Like, I could totally see, like,
Up ahead was Lapino. What was he doing here? Reynardo! Hey, buddy! Hey there, old buddy! Please don't kill me! Why would I kill you? Asked Reynardo, although he had been thinking about it. Well, you've become... And look, I mean, no disrespect at all here. Kind of evil? Maybe you should, I don't know, go to the mountains to have a think? See if maybe you're sure the stone is not all that healthy a thing to keep? I suppose you wanted, Reynardo said, and poked Lapino in the chest for emphasis. Oh, had he just killed Lapino? Oh, damn it.
Super dick mode activate. Holy crap. Alright, well,
This would be the perfect place for a tic-tac-toe board.
Well, that's vengeance of a sort for 2 runs ago. Let's see, can I get over there? There's a teleporter rune somewhere. I'd like to find it just because. It's only a little bit more ore. Okay, it's a lot more ore. Before we get our next sword. Yeah, damn. Looks like we're out of luck. Unless I can find something nearby. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Let's grab their shields. Plonk them down, and there we go. God, this is such a satisfying game. This is such a satisfying run. Like, you go super evil mode, you end up as, like, super badass. Yeah, if you want to farm experience, go Iblistone.
Rampage to the Imperial outpost like a water buffalo rampaging. At the last moment, he remembered not to kill the Far Speaker Toad. After all, he wanted a word with the Emperor. But there was only silence. The Emperor was scared. like little girl.
Well, he would gather the rebel army and slaughter the Imperial fleet. Yes! Applauded the Iblistone. Tremendous. Then the Emperor would have to answer his far speaker, wouldn't he? Who are you? Asked a distant voice that sounded uncomfortably like Zenobia. What have you become? The mountains. Go to the mountains, urged another that sounded a bit like Lapino.
Time to fight or listen to distant voices. Listen to the voices, go to the mountains. Or, Reynardo has become an amazing warrior, all thanks to the Ablest Stone. But then there are these distant voices. Voices or no voices, he had a job to do. A rebellion to lead. A war to win, yes. He had to go to the rebel base and rally everyone.
Reynardo called the rebel council to let them know to gather their forces. Then he killed a far speaker toad. Why? Oh, because to make sure his sword was sharp. Oh no, that's awful. So no one else could use it. Yes, that's it. Then he set off for the ruins and the secret rebel base. The ruins were crawling with ravens. Probably looking for the secret base, Reynardo thought. But then he realized they're probably looking for me. They must be very scared of me. Well, here I am! You are the hottest warrior ever, whispered the Iblistone. And he had to agree with it, for once. Who was as good as Reynardo?
Alright, let's move on. We are not getting a whole lot of ore there. Soon we'll get the Void Sword. Probably after this run, if not, like, early on in the next one. I don't know.
Reynardo checked to make sure his sword was still working. Yep.
I do hope that they have, like, a checklist so we don't hear the exact same things over and over again. Because a lot of these, like, little lines of dialogue are completely unique. And it would be kind of nice if by, like, the last run, the narrator doesn't generally say a whole lot of these things anymore. Just because you get out where it's welcome, I guess? I don't know. Anyway, let's see. We've got, like, 4 different pathways here. This is kind of nuts. Well, when in doubt. I love chucking enemies into other enemies.
Unwounded.
And maybe, if we're lucky, we'll get enough ore here to upgrade us a sword. We're getting a lot of wind essence. I wonder if it automatically does that in, like, as a reaction to like not having the sword, the last sword to get. It gives you specifically what you need to speed you along. Probably not. God, I'm so close too. That's the frustrating bit.
Not quite enough, thought Reynardo.
So close, though. Okay, we got a chest down here. As long as we don't get locked in. There we go. Yeah, now that I've got enough endurance, this is getting real easy. Ah, shit, I can't go back. Alright, whatever.
Urged the stone. Let me make you Emperor. Come to think of it, Reynardo thought as he put down another raven. Why shouldn't I be Emperor? How did anybody get to be Emperor anyway? By making war. I'm not counting the transcendent Emperor, obviously, who had banished the lost gods and started time. Yes, he should be Emperor. He would make a great Emperor. Right, Stone? Oh, right, boss.
Okay. So we got these dumb things. I kind of dislike
What
them.
are you looking at? Oh, right. No one.
But I'm getting better at dealing with their shenaniganry. For sure. Whoop! That was close. That was a lot closer than I'd like it to be. But we got it! Let's see, is there anything else cool around here? Probably not. This game doesn't have too many secrets. They're usually pretty damn obvious. Like, except for the dark undertones, this game is actually, I would say, a little bit more built for a younger audience. Despite the fact that I'm running around as,
Long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Okay. Okay. Okay, stay away from things for a second. You want to stay... Oh, I do like a chain there. There we go. Okay, I took a hit. But I didn't die. Ow. Well, that's okay. Yep, I'm healing. Not enough, but I'm healing. You get over here. You get over here. Alright, he doesn't. Okay, you're the last one. Oh, I do stab them.
Not a feather breeze through his armor. Oh dear, that wasn't good.
I have armor? I guess I have armor. Of a sort. It's more like a tabard. Anyway, let's heal up to full. Once we're fully healed, we'll move on. I'll go down the secret path just because. Wrong sword. Oh, interesting. What? Still wrong sword. What? Apparently that's not the ice sword. Maybe there's another one. Like a final sword. I have no idea. That's interesting. It was not expected to do that.
Reynardo strode into the council. Let's do this thing. Let's make me emperor. They looked confused and nervous. Ah, had he mentioned the emperor thing? Yeah, he meant to bring that up later. I mean, let's go win this rebellion. He waved his sword around encouragingly. They ran. Cowards. He'd stop them. He cut down a few to inspire the others. But soon, there was no one to cut down. Well then, he'd have to attack the fleet alone. More for me, he said. Unless it was the stone that said it. Traitors. Traitors, all of them. They'd run rather than following him, rather than cheering him. What should he do to the cowards? Anything he wanted to. After all, he was a true hero, the best warrior there ever was. No one could stop him now. But first, finish him. The Emperor, that is. Where was the rebel fleet? They weren't even trying an assault. They were going to miss a day in history. The downfall of this dynasty, and a new one to take its place. He didn't have to kill all the ravens. He could enslave them, and enslave the toads too. All the animals would worship him as a god, for he had once been a god. They would willingly give him their blood and their souls. And the world would change, would become familiar again.
I don't think we're Reynardo anymore. Oh well. No mercy. So, Void One. Oh, increased movement and attack speed. With the Void Blade.
From the mystical east could make time itself slow for you.
Neat. I like. Oh, looks like we're using this sword today. Wait, I want to take a look. What happens if I upgrade it again? Speed increases even further. So while using my magic power, I go fast. I'm cool with that. Okay, so we're here again. Not much. Hey, we can unlock all the doors. So anytime I see a door, that door gets opened. And we get that treasure. Been patient enough. So let's see what's down this direction. I could go level up, but we'll get that later. But yeah, there's, I guess, one more...
Had that door been opened before?
we've got one more sword to get somewhere along the way. I have no idea what we will get. Like, how to get it, but still. Okay. Yet more stamina. Okay, so now we are a dashing queen. And we can just dash as much as we want. Super stoked about that. Hopefully get an attack speed? No, I don't know. Elemental resistance. Probably not going for that one, honestly. Do we go back, or did I miss the boat? Watch it actually have broken on me. Oh, I see. We just wait for the boat to come by. There we go. That was a lucky pull, honestly. I love this. This kind of reminds me of Poke Floats in a lot of ways, which was always cool.
Didn't break.
Like, I love the idea of, like...
Reynardo was glowing with dark power. Already the sun had dimmed. He could do anything, he realized. He could wrap the island safely in smoke again. He was beyond a hero. He was going to become a god again. How odd, he thought, that the Iblis Stone had nothing to say about any of this. Well, no matter. Once he killed this petty Toad Emperor, he would bring back the Black Sun.
There we go. Wow, this is pretty nuts.
I wish the sun had been watching.
This is definitely the, like, power fantasy run. If you want to go about it that way. Okay. Like, seriously. Executions all over the place. Okay, let's give it some speed. Let's see what happens when I turn that on. Wow, I go even faster. Love it. Alright, let's keep going. This is fun. Obviously, I'm a super dick.
There's an inscription on the platform. Balaleka lessons with an address.
What? Whatever. That's just weird. I'm okay with it though. I'm surprised there's like no bosses in this game. The encounter does. Oh, hi. This is a first. We have not gone up here before. It's about time. I'm excited. Maybe this is the first time we actually get to fight a boss. Probably not. I think I just magnetized one of these guys together. I don't know. Anyway. Back to the murder. Cost me an arm and a leg in terms of energy. But that's okay. I'm taking lots of hits here, though. Which honestly doesn't matter. But still. I assume we go in? Or somebody comes out. We're going in.
He found the Emperor and the Council huddling by his ship, plotting. They saw him and cowered before him.
Back to hell, fiend.
Croaked the Emperor desperately.
In the name of the Transcendent Emperor!
Croaked the speaker. They held some arcane items he didn't recognize. He simply flexed his will and sucked their souls out of their bodies. And Iblis exulted. It is finished. And the void that had been a mere stone on a sword expanded. It stretched and ripped like a vast womb. And a gaze black and pitiless as the sun passed through the void into the land. And so time ended. And just like that, he was alive again, and back on the Farfarer, still fleeing burning Ubar. The book was still open before him. So, the book was a portal. It took you to the future, when your destinies would branch. He had failed and died 3 times, but he'd learned another true thing. The Iblis Stone was evil. It would try to corrupt anyone who used it.
Alright, so, new story completed. Story number 12, The Awakening. What kind of hero are you? A hero who fully embraces power, who transcends being a hero, who dares become a god. Reward leveled up. Hey! Okay, so the Iblis Stone corrupts anyone who uses it. Tier 4 skills unlocked. Yeah! Now we just have to figure out how to get her truths in. Dunno. Maybe that's the last one that we get, or something, I have no idea.
But he was starting to feel like he was getting the hang of this. There was a way through to victory. He could feel it. He just had to keep running the Path of Destinies. With that, the book fluttered back to the beginning, and he fell into it.
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens were scouting for the secret rebel base. They needed a game changer.
Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Reynardo knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong, but he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis Stone was hidden there. It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it, to take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lupino needed rescuing. Of course, Reynardo had a pretty strong suspicion that Lupino had betrayed the rebellion. But could Reynardo really leave an old friend to the Ravens?
So, we are just, yeah, we're back to our 3 options. Interesting. Well, either way though, it's, time to figure out how the hell we find the truth about, what's her name? I've already forgotten. This is terrible. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how I want to do this one. Either way, though, I will see you guys in the next episode of Story's Path of Destinies. And as always, thanks for watching.